All right, welcome back, everybody. Now, this morning, it's Do-It-Yourself Wednesday, and we're tackling a subject that can be somewhat of an annoyance for folks, but everybody probably has dealt with it before, repairing leaky faucets. This morning, Ashley Kirkland is at Lowe's in Marquette Township to tell us a little bit more. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're here at Lowe's in Marquette, and you're right. Leaky faucets can be an annoyance, but if not taken care of properly, it can be even more than an annoyance. It can cause cabinet damage, molding, and cost you a ton in those utility fees. Now, you must take care of it in the proper steps. It's a simple, easy fix, but if not done correctly, it can become disastrous. I'm going to be joined a little later by Jeremy Wright, Pro Services Specialist here at Lowe's, and he's going to tell us the proper steps to take care of those leaky faucets and make sure you do it in a timely fashion. He also told me how this little piece can help out a leaky faucet, or if you forget to put it in, it can be detrimental. And so we're going to find out how this little thing is going to help out our leaky faucets. I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6
Welcome
News.
back. If you've got that constant drip at the sink, well, you know that could be wasting a ton of water and the sound just downright annoying. You can fix a leaky faucet the easy way, but you got to know the proper steps to do it. That's why Ashley Kirkland is joining us live from Lowe's for Do-It-Yourself Wednesday to learn more. Ashley?
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. We're here at Lowe's for Do-It-Yourself Wednesday, and today we are giving viewers a little break from the winter preparation tips to talk about those leaky faucets. And you're right, you can put a bucket underneath the sink, but that's only supposed to be a temporary fix, and we're going to ask the specialist here at Lowe's about that a little later. Right now, I'm joined with the specialist, Jeremy Wright, Pro Service Specialist here at Lowe's, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about how to fix those leaky faucets. Now, Jeremy, finding the problem to the exact problem to an issue like this could be looking for a needle in a haystack. How do you locate the problem?
The best thing to do is to clean everything up, dry everything off, and then just start running the water and trying to just wait until the leak begins, so that way you know exactly where you're going to be repairing stuff.
Okay, that can be really scary because if it starts leaking out all over the place, you'll have a big mess.
Sometimes it's good to have an assistant. That way, once it does start making that big mess, you can have that person shut off the water, and you might end up with a little bit of a wet face, but that's all right.
Okay, now once you've located the problem and you know what you need to do, what supplies should you get to fix a leaky faucet?
The next thing is going into, maybe into one of the plumbing shops or into one of the retailers and just start asking the questions of taking pictures beforehand and bringing those in and grabbing what you need. A lot of times it could be that little plastic piece you were talking about. That could have gone bad, and all that is something that seats things together to seal, so that way the water can't get out of it. So you may need a whole new trap. You may only need that plastic piece. Another thing you may need is your supply line itself could go bad. It could have gotten a crack, depending on how old it is. There's rubber seals in here that could have gone bad. Or maybe your shutoff is leaking due to the same thing. There's plastic parts, rubber parts that all over time go bad.
Okay, now do the parts matter depending on the kind of sink that you have?
Not necessarily. There can be special situations. There's different supply lines that will fit different needs, but for the most part, they're all pretty universal.
Okay. Now, our camera girl, Caitlin, told us that the solution for her was to put a bucket under her sink, but it's been there for 2 years now. What are the dangers of people doing something like that?
The biggest thing is that bucket will fill up and it'll overflow, and then you'll be right back into the problem of just having a leak.
Okay. All right, thank you, Jeremy. We'll be back a little bit later, Vicki, to talk more about the next steps to fixing those leaky faucets. I'll take it back to you in the studio for now. Ashley Kirkland reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.
Welcome back, everyone. Minor home fixes can lead to major problems if they aren't done correctly or taken care of in a timely manner. Now, leaky faucets can be a simple fix, but if ignored, they can lead to water damage or even high utility bills. Ashley Kirkland is back at Lowe's to show us how to fix a leaky faucet this morning. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning, Greg. That's right. We're back here at Lowe's talking about the leaky faucets. Now, last time we talked about locating the problem and getting the proper tools to fix the problem. Now we're joined again by Pro Services Specialist here at Lowe's, Jeremy Wright, and he is going to let me go through the steps so I can show you that it is truly a do-it-yourself project. Jeremy, what's next? What do we do?
Well, first thing we're talking about real quick is the Plumbers Putty, which is used where the the drain meets up with the faucet, and it's used mostly in kitchen sinks. So just one other potential leaking point. But besides that, we're going to start by step putting the trap together.
Okay, let's trade.
Okay, so you slide that over the,
This way?
no, other way. Then you put this piece on like this. Yeah, that's perfect. Just let it hang there. That one goes in.
Like this?
Yep, slide it right there. And, oh, too far.
Okay.
Right there, perfect. Then first
So
part of the
is
trap.
it about midway point or?
It's mostly on the depth of the trap. You can see how it changes.
Okay.
How thick it is right there.
Okay.
So now that slides on, and then you pull that part back up, tighten it down, and you'll feel as she's tightening that down that it's gonna stop wiggling around, and that's where the that little
like rocket science.
I don't quite think like rocket science.
Okay.
All right, next you'll need this piece, and that you're gonna hold right in there, other way, because you want that beveled part into there so that way it seats nice. And then this one, which normally gravity is working with us, and in this case it's against us. Please don't install your sink upside down.
Please don't. Okay. Now
And then
what?
this last part would go into the wall, or sometimes they could go down into the floor, depending on what your setup looks like.
Okay, now do people still have, this is plastic, do people still have like steel pipes or?
There are, and they have metal traps that fit into the metal pipes.
And that's it? You're finished?
That's it.
Okay.
It's not that hard. Now, the true test is once you run the water, whether everything is really seated and lined up perfectly,
Yeah.
that the leak has been fixed and the bucket has been removed.
I wouldn't run water on this sink though because I did it, but seems easy enough. Thank you so much, Jeremy. And that's the finished product, Greg. Now, this is so simple that I can do it, a caveman can do it, and you can do it at home. So if you have those leaky faucets, get that bucket from underneath the sink and fix your faucets, okay? I'll take it back to you for now, Greg, in the studio. Ashley Kirkham reporting live in Marquette, TV6 News.